Yo, what's going on guys? HyperX here. Welcome back to another video for Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak, and today I want to talk about one of the new armor sets in the Title Update 1 update. Now that of course is the Gold Rathian set. In fact, I'm going to be doing videos on every single one of the armor sets. They are all fantastic, and honestly it is a breath of fresh air to have an update drop and the armor set just be so damn awesome for all of them, to the point where you just want to go and craft absolutely everything. But the Gold Rathian one is, in my personal opinion, one of the standouts, because if you like status, specifically things like poison, paralysis or sleep, this is the set for you. It has an incredibly awesome skill that you definitely don't want to miss. So if you guys do enjoy this, a like would be super appreciated. Comment down below if you have any questions. Let me know how you guys are getting on with the update. Let me know what you've been up to, what have you crafted so far. But to begin with, let's start by going over the skills, because again, this thing is fantastic. Also, in terms of visuals, I've never been a massive fan of Rathian gear personally. I think on the female hunters, it does look pretty cool. The male hunters, if you like the sort of traditional knight look, then maybe it's your thing. Personally, it's not mine, so I'll definitely be layering this, but we are not here to talk about the fashion, we're here to talk about the skills. Before we focus on the main event, you of course have things like Foray on this, which is fantastic because again, this is a status focused set. So Foray is the one where it increases attack power when attacking a large monster affected by either poison, paralysis or an elemental blight. We've done a dedicated video on this skill. It is fantastic, and of course if you are working with some of those elements, or of course the elemental blights, which are really easy to apply, this is a fantastic skill. You also have Chain Crit level 3, which again is a fantastic skill. There is some great damage potential in this one. Even if you only go to Chain Crit level 1, you still get some huge mileage, but Chain Crit level 3 is nice. We then also have Counter Strike, which of course temporarily increases your attack power after being knocked back. You have Divine Blessing level 3 to reduce the damage taken, Crit Boost level 1, Peak Performance level 3, Evade Window level 2, which as you'll see in a minute is a very nice addition to this set, and Recovery up level 2. But let's talk about the two new things on this set. First things first, you have Defiance. This is very nice, very comfy. If you guys want a set that is going to help keep you alive, especially given that some of the new monsters do hit pretty hard, especially when you start diving into those investigations, then this one will increase your defense when a large monster becomes enraged. Of course, if you look at the different levels, level 1, while active, will nullify weak roars, wind pressure and tremors. Level 2, while active, will nullify weak roars, wind pressure and tremors, and will also reduce all strong ones, plus gives you an additional 5 defense. Level 3, while active, nullifies weak and strong roars, wind pressure and tremors, and defense plus 10. Level 4, of course, nullifies weak, strong roars, wind and tremors, reduces powerful roars, dragon wind, and gives you plus 20 defense. And finally, level 5, this is wild. While active, nullifies weak roars, strong roars, powerful roars, wind and dragon wind, and tremors, plus 30 defense. That is wild. So really liking that one a lot. However, the most exciting thing, saving the best till last, is status trigger. If you perform a perfectly timed evade just as a monster attacks, you will trigger abnormal status buildup on hit. Now, it doesn't necessarily give you the full picture here, so to kind of give you some context, you guys should know by now that if you are using a status weapon, not every single hit inflicts that status. If you take a look at the training dummy and something like poison, which of course has a very obvious visual effect, you will see not every single hit dishes out that poison cloud. Meanwhile, when you go and use this and you activate status trigger, every single hit, that is 100% abnormal status build-up application. It is wild. It is a very small window because of course level 1 is just 5 seconds, level 2 is 8 seconds, and level 3 is 12 seconds, but 12 seconds is enough. If you have 100% abnormal status build-up on your weapon to the point where every single hit is proccing that status, you will very quickly apply that. Of course, you then want to beef this up even further. You can of course add things like poison attack on here or paralysis attack, depending on of course what you're working with, to go even further. But basically, if you pair this with poison, paralysis or sleep, you'll be proccing those statuses incredibly quickly. And for that reason, this is going to become a must-have skill on status builds. Personally, I think because of just how effective it is. Again, it does require you evading, but given that you have evade window level 2 on this, it makes evading quite comfy. So you just roll through things at the very last minute, proc that effect, go in, go ham, and you'll basically be proccing statuses left, right, and center. So it is fantastic. Taking a quick look at the armor pieces for you guys that want to see, the helmet carries 2 level 2 slots, and of course has 2 points in status trigger, 1 point in foray, and 2 points in chain crit. So the helmet is definitely a very nice piece. The chest piece has 2 points in Defiance, 2 points in Counter Strike, 3 points in Divine Blessing, alongside a level 3 and a level 2 slot. The gloves have a level 4 slot, 2 slot, and a 1 slot. and these have 1 point in critical boost, 1 in peak performance, 1 in chain crit. So of course the gloves alongside the helmet will max out chain crit for you. The waist, of course, is where you find the final point of status trigger, so if you do just want that and then want to mix and match this with other things, then of course the waist and the helmet will be the parts that you want. This has 1 point status trigger, 1 point foray, and 2 points evade window, and also has a level 3 slot and a level 2 slot. And then finally, for the legs, you have a level 4 slot and a level 2 slot, with the last 3 points in defiance, 2 points in peak performance, and 2 points in recovery up. So all in all, this is a very nice armor set. It has nice slots, fantastic skills, but again, if you do want to make a mix out of this, then I would highly recommend picking the waist, specifically if you're going status focused, and also the helmet, because that'll give you 2 points in foray, 3 points in status trigger, 2 points in chain crit, and of course also a point in peak performance. So following on from there, you can of course throw in whatever else you like. So there you have it. There's a little rundown on the Gold Rathian armor set. Of course, on the weapon front, this will expand on the Rathian tree, so you then have more poison than the base weapons. It carries more affinity, marginally lower raw, higher poison, and also has a better slot. So if you guys are rocking poison weapons, then the Rathian ones are a good pick. But anyway, for the time being, let's quick rundown on the armor set. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any more questions, by all means let me know in the comments down below. Let me know if you guys have found anything cool in the update so far. What have you been focusing on? If you've missed some of the recent videos, be sure to check out one of these ones. And do be sure to keep it locked because we have plenty more Monster Hunter videos coming your way later on today and all this week.